Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we have 4 cards, which I'm messing up. We have 4 cards. This morning, and I'm talking about Saturday morning because I'm filming this on Saturday, we actually just came out of you know what happened yesterday to where I am, to me, and to like a whole bunch of Canada? We lost our internet for like a whole day. It was crazy. Anyway, I don't know how that ties into the story I'm about to tell you. But anyway, this morning I got up and the internet was working, hooray. And I was sitting at the computer and I heard a rustling in the tree outside the window. And I looked and there was a raccoon and it was climbing up the branch, all the way up the tree. I think it's probably sleeping in the top of the tree today, which is awesome. And that's a roundabout way of saying that I was thinking about raccoon energy and then I was thinking about energy. So, because raccoons have such an interesting energy. Anyway, today we're going to do energy readings. We're going to say, where are you energized right now? And how can you utilize this? So that's the readings. So, this is me arranging my cards. Okay, so we have 4 cards. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, and card number 4. One of these has a message for you about where you're energized right now. Feel into the cards. Feel which one of them is talking about the kind of energizedness that you currently have. I am going to put the timestamps in the descriptions. I'm going to do readings with the maple runes today because it's a maple tree that the raccoon climbed up. In case you wonder where I get my ideas for readings. Okay, feel into the cards, feel into them. One of them, blessed by raccoon energy, one of them has a message for you about where you're energized right now and how this might be very effectively utilized. I'm going to put the timestamps in the descriptions and I will see you there. Bye! Hello, card number 1, people. So I'm going to turn this card over. If it's upside down, I'm going to turn it right side up because we're not doing reversals today. And let's see what we have. King of Pentacles. So right now you are energized in a way that you are just feeling really good about, like grounded, natural, like practical matters. So you're right on top of that. You're feeling like really energized in terms of like taking care of things and making sure that the things around you are abundant and nourishing and very earth-based and good. And so that's sort of where you're at right now. And it's like really vibrant. You've just got a really good eye for it right now. Like the world is reflecting this earthed, vibrant abundancy for you, and you're like on top of that, which is great. So let's see what the maple runes have to add about that. Nice. I'm pulling them all like upside down. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Did you know when I was little, like really little? No, obviously didn't. Maybe some of you do. I used to say beautiful. I went through a phase when I was saying beautiful like a lot. It was like my favorite word. And I would string like many beautifuls one after the other. I was like a toddler and I'd be like beautiful, 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 beautiful. Right. My laying down runes pattern. Okay, your central issue about this energy that you are energized with currently is we have Kaunas reversed. Kaunas is the rune of the torch or the fire. Generally it has to do with expansion, but when it's reversed it has to do with honing focus. So you're really focusing on this, like your focus is fine point. You've got like an eagle eye and you're like able to see very, very clearly in detail all of these grapes, for example. So right now your energy is like really, really honed and it's really focused. Leading up to this, you actually had been through a bit of a winter. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice. It has to do with standstill, also clarity. So that could be actually where it comes in, and it's sort of like you were in a kind of a winter stage where things weren't coming up and things weren't happening and things were very barren and not abundant like this. And so now things are. You're feeling very, very energized about it, and you feel like you know exactly what you need to do to make this happen and to keep it abundant. What is going to help you at this point is tap into your source energy. You probably are already doing that. The sun melts the ice. So you're probably already doing that. You're basically, but continue if you are, and if you aren't, do it. Tap into your source energy, whatever your source energy is. This is the energy, sorry, this is the sun. So whatever gives you that energy that just wakes you up and gives you focus and makes you feel like you know your note in the song, because that's what this leads to. So we have manas, which is the rune of humanity and your part in it, not your place in humanity, but your part in it, like where you feel like you are where you feel that you belong, where you're doing the thing that you know is what is helping the world the most that you can do. You are always where you need to be. So this is you becoming aware of how you are always where you need to be, and what you're bringing to the party. So this is what tapping into your source energy will bring you to, this feeling of belonging and this feeling of being in the right place at the right time, doing the right things to bring this abundance forward. And this focus that you've got going on that has been sort of stepping out of this place of stillness and this place of ice into this place of abundance that you've got this energy that you're energized about. This is really helping with that. This is basically, you're continuing to tap into your source energy, and that is continuing to give you this sense of belonging in the world and that you are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. What doesn't help is we have Vunyo reversed and we have Ivaz. Part of this is like watching grass grow. You are very honed in your focus, and so you see this and you can actually see the grass growing, so it's not as boring to you as all that, but it still takes longer than, everything takes longer than you think it will, and everything takes longer than you think it should. And if you let it, that's going to drag you down and make you discontent. This is sort of not quite contented. We have Vunyo reversed, which is joy, reversed. So you're worried about not being... It's not just worried at this point. It's basically like you're a little bit frustrated that, grapes don't grow as fast as they should, which is not the speed at which they need to grow, which is slower than you think. And so we have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. This has to do with patience and slow growth and slow development. This is what's dragging you down because it feels like it takes way too long. You want to go out there and tug on the shoots. And please don't do that, because that's going to harm the process. So... But this is the thing, like you want it all at once. You've got this honed focus and you can see what needs to happen. And you're like, come on, things, come up. You know what you need to do. And yet everything has to take its own time, which, as I said, is never as fast as you think it should and never as fast as you think it will. So if you are focused on that and how frustrated you are with it, that could drag you down and sort of you could lose some focus and lose some energy. If that starts to be the case, go, you know what, I'm just going to like embody the sun and just shine, tap into my source energy and shine on this that is coming up. And that will allow it the maximum amount of growth that it can do, and it will come up. And it looks like it will, because this is your next step here, which is the algae, which is sort of the moose. It's the elk, and it has to do with protection and support, but it's also, it just gives me the sense of things coming up. But it is you being supported externally, like it's not reversed. It's basically your external support system. So you are supported, you are protected, and all of this focus is leading to that coming up, which is just really exciting. So I'm going to throw down 3 more. There we go. Nice. Oh my gosh. How many rune readers do you know that throw down Hagalaz and go nice? Me, that's who. No, I'm sure other people like Hagalaz. I can't be the only one who likes Hagalaz. I'm not talking about Hagalaz. I'm not talking about Haagen-Dazs. I like Haagen-Dazs fine too. I love Haagen-Dazs. Probably a bit too much. But I digress. So your next step on the path line, after this stage of just focusing and directing your energy, tapping into your source energy and letting that shine on what you're bringing up, we have algae, which is the rune of protection and support. You're going to feel very supported. What is going to help you at that point is stay grounded. The urus, which is the wild ox, the aurochs, is a solar animal. So it continues the tapping into the source energy. This is nourishing your solar animal. And just, you are strong. You are grounded and you are healthy. You're basically, this is contributing to your strength and your health and your groundedness. Maybe even a little bit stubborn, which is important in terms of waiting for something. You're going to stubbornly wait for these things to come up. And that's what's going to help you at this point, where you're feeling very, very supported, very protected. It's all good. Things are coming up. What isn't going to help you is you're worried about surprises, not even necessarily negative surprises. We have Pertha, which is the lot box. So they would cast lots to see how lucky they were. You're worried about your luck. You're worried about fate. You're worried about surprises. And these are surprises that were always there. So you're sort of worried that, that maybe there's something that you didn't know that it was always there and that's going to come up and it's going to sort of undermine your grapes. But if that starts to be the case, just remember, you've built this up so far already. And you do have the strength and the stick-to-itiveness to carry this forward. You're strong, and you're able to do that, and you have the connection to source energy. So you're bringing this up, and it's good. You are maintaining the support around you. And what this is going to lead you to is a greater comfort in stepping out into chaos, the uncontrolled uncontrollables, storms. You can weather these because you have built up the support system. And all this abundance around you, and this strength that you can tap into your source energy for, so that even when you encounter something unexpected and uncontrollable, you still feel like you can stand up to that. You know what? I'm going to throw down 3 more. This is going to be... That's blank. Very nice. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Cat hair not included. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I like that ending better. So when you step out into the hailstorm, which is Hagalaz, you are feeling much more supported. You're not going to worry about it, and you're just basically going to have faith. This is going to carry forward into a faith that you carry with you when you step out into where things are out of your control. So tapping into your source energy, knowing you are doing what you need to do, and feeling where you belong in a good way, and letting this nourish your wild ox nature, the strength, the health, and the stubbornness in a good way. And this is going to contribute to a faith that you're going to carry with you when you step out into things that are not in your control. What isn't going to help is if you don't step out into the things that are not in your control. Like if you don't step out into the storm, you got to do it, because it's there, it's next, it's like the world, you can't avoid it. If you just basically kick up and go, no, if you shy from this jump, this is the horse, Avaz, and it is reversed on the lower line. So if you shy from this jump, you're not going to be able to, it's not like a terrible thing, but it's just going to drag you down. It's going to stub your momentum. So just basically carry forward this faith that you have built up until this point, and do it. Just step out into it. It's there. It's natural. So are you. And what all of this is going to lead you to is we have Fehu reversed. Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth, and reversed it has to do with confidence. So, what's going to add the final decoration on your confidence is the fact that you stepped out into the storm carrying only this faith based on your source energy and your strength. And knowing that you can get through a storm that way, you're going to feel very, very much more confident than you've ever felt before. And it's very exciting. So that's a really cool use of this energizedness. And that's your reading, card number 1, people. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 2, people. So I'm going to turn this card over. We're going to see what is energizing, where you're energized right now in your life. If it's upside down, I'm going to turn it back because I'm not doing reversals. So there we are, Knight of Swords. So you are driving forward with some ideas and energy. So there's energy right there already. You're driving forward with these new ideas and just really exciting, just way to express in the world. Just all exciting. So let's see what the runes have to add to that. So that's where you're energized. You're moving out into the world. You have something to say. It's all good. And you really just threw yourself out into the world, didn't you? You're just like, I have so much energy. I have to get out here and say everything. It's a bit wild, but that's okay. I'm going to throw down the whole reading. Usually the first reading when I'm doing a session will set the precedent for the shape of the other readings, so I'm just going to let that happen. So I'm going to get all the runes down at once. It's very interesting, and I'll tell you why shortly. Last rune in the spread. There we are. Very nice. Super nice. So your central issue here right now with your energy that you have is you're energized and you're just throwing yourself out into the storm. It's like, just, I gotta do it. I'm doing it right now. Out I go, no matter what is out there. So even though there are things, Hagalas, hailstorm, chaos, the uncontrolled uncontrollables, natural forces, natural energies, out you go. So you're just very, very excited and you've just thrown yourself out into the world because you've been feeling stagnant too long. You've been just sitting there. There's been nothing happening. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice and standstill, sometimes clarity, and maybe the clarity came and said, I got to get out there. I just got to get up and get out and ride out and do stuff. It's like this surge of energy that just like get out into the world. Just get out and run around with my ideas and energy. So what is going to help you is, I know you don't want to hear this, but be a little bit patient. I mean, be patient with yourself, be patient with others, because the focus will come. Right now you're just like this, supernova, out you go. And it's going to take a little bit of time before you sort out a direction. Even the horse is like, what is this dude doing? So the horse is like, okay, whatever, dude, let's just run. Here we are running. So it's going to take you just using the energy and you sort of just like randomly running around like a storm, which is great. Because that's another read of this, actually, because this could actually be you. You've just got this storm of energy after this long period of time of standstill. So it's not just that you're throwing yourself out into the uncontrolled uncontrollables. You are the uncontrolled uncontrollable. You're just like, I have so much energy. So you're just throwing yourself out there. So just be patient with yourself because direction will happen. But you have to just, you're going to have to run around a lot for a little bit. And then you're going to get the focus. So right now you're so energized. You just got to get that out. So you're doing that. We have Kanaz reversed on top of Ivaz. Ivaz is the yew tree. It's patience, slow growth, slow development. And this is Kanaz reversed. So Kanaz is focus. So you're not going to get to Kanaz, the focus, until you have just been patient with yourself for a little while, just getting your energy out. Be a storm. Be the storm for a little bit. Ride your storm horse. And let your storm horse carry you around, run around. And that's what's going to help you. Just be patient with that because the focus is coming, basically. What isn't going to help you is maybe you're scared of the storm. You know, maybe your storm is so wild and crazy that you're like, I can't inflict this on other people. I'm going to basically tie my horse down for a little bit. So we have Manas reversed, which is humanity, rune of humanity, and your part in it, and it's reversed, and Avaz, which is the horse, and it is also reversed, and it's on the lower line. So this is what is not helping you. So don't worry about what other people are going to think about this, and don't not go out, and don't try to curb your horse on this. This is the horse, it's movement, it's also spirit, and it's reversed. So this is what isn't going to help you. Now is not the time. It's summer where I am, or wherever you are, you know, even if it's winter, just like do it, get out, get your energy out, run around. Because trust that when you do that, even if it takes a bit of time, the focus will come. The focus will come out of that. You just got to get the energy out of that. Just like run, just like run around, go, okay, off we go, blah, blah, blah. And then we're good. We, you know, once you've worked through that, then a focus will come into shape. You'll see this focus come through because you won't be just buzzing and vibrating with energy, and you'll see what you're going to do. And your next step is actually you're going to feel a lot stronger and more grounded and healthier and, you know, much more stable. Horse joke. Much more stable and stabilized than you did before. So you just have to get out and just work this off. Just like run around, breathe. And we have Urus reversed. Urus, just Urus. standing there after that. So that's the way you're going to wear off all the crazy energy and get to where you're going to stand strong and be the wild ox and just be like, okay, I'm strong, I'm healthy, I'm good, here I am. Because the focus will have happened at that point. It's like, okay, now I know what I'm doing. What is going to help you is we have Laguz reversed. Laguz is the rune of the lake. It has to do with emotion, intuition, and heart, but also flow. I'm seeing you sort of, it's like, I'm going to read this a couple ways. So it's reversed and it's on the upper line of what is helping you. So one, you've basically run off all your passion. So you're more steady emotionally at this point, and that's really going to help you be more steady. You've actually run off all the energy that was contributing to any sort of upheaval-y emotions. So you're feeling a lot more steady. Two, you want to tap into your inner heart. You want to like look inward to your inner emotions. Well, obviously your emotions are inner, but your heart. You're going to look inward to your heart and let your heart speak for you, and that's going to help you with this. You're going to be calm enough at this point, so your heart will be calmer, your emotions will be calmer, and you'll have a clearer view to your intuition, and things inside of you are going to be flowing better, and that's going to contribute to you feeling better and stronger and more stable. What isn't going to help is, it's like you've been buzzing with this energy for so long, you're sort of worried about the lack of it. We have the blank rune, so it's like, I was doing this for so long, it's like suddenly I feel like I'm empty, but you're not. You're finally not overflowing. That's good. So try not to worry about that. You will refill, and then you can run around again. But basically enjoy just being strong, stable, healthy, and just like having that coolness happen to you. That it's not as overwhelming as it was. Your next step, we have Gabo. Gabo is the rune of the gift. A gift is always an exchange. It has to do with plans, agreements, decisions, and goals. So now is a good time, now that your head is clear and you're not buzzing with energy so much where it's overflowing, it's a good time to make some plans, set some goals, make some agreements. What is going to help you with that is, once again, you're not riding out with your sword raised. The sword is down now. You're feeling in a more peaceable manner. And also, this is Tears rune, it's Tivaz, and it has to do with tending duties and responsibilities. It's reversed. So this is a good time where you're going to be much calmer and being able to address and tend duties and responsibilities that pertain to you yourself. So taking care of yourself at that point, and this is going to help you set goals and plans for the future. What isn't going to help is, you're a bit worried about, you're still worried about this, basically. First you were worried about unleashing it on the world, and once you did, you're worried about, well, where is it? What's left? And you're still sort of worried about that you're not worthy, maybe, that you're like, it's like you're worried about confidence, you're worried about your sense of worth. It's Fehu, it's the rune of wealth and worth, and it's reversed and it's on the lower line. So it's worries, but it's also, maybe you feel like, you did this and you're feeling a little guilty about it. Maybe you feel like, I don't deserve this. Yes, you do. It's all good. It's all good. You did what you had to do. You ran it off. You're feeling much better now. You're going to be much more able to help yourself and others. And right now you're just taking care of yourself, making sure this is good and making plans. So maybe you won't have to do this all at once next time. And what this is going to lead you to is, we have Dagaz. Dagaz is the rune of the breaking of the day. And it's basically, once you do this, you've cleared your head, you've cleared your crazy energy, and at that point, everything is going to be illuminated around you. It's like you're going to be able to see a lot more clearly, and you're going to have a plan going forward as well. So everything is going to be like much clearer for you, and it's like there's air and light, and things are good. So that, card number 2, people, is your energy reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 3, people. So I'm going to turn this over. If it's upside down, I'm going to turn it back. Look at this. Look at this leafless stem. Look at it. Anyway, I'm going to turn the card over. So right now you're energized, and you're like energized in arguments, which, is rampant nowadays anyway. This is a thing that people have to deal with. But it's like you're energized in outrage, and that's kind of probably not great for you, or for anybody else for that matter. It's sort of like you've been like amped up because you just feel like you're having to fight in like this conflict of wills, and it's just like this no, so that's like you're energized because this is going on, and you just feel like you're right, and you need to say that your rightness until it makes everybody else not be there, and it's just like this crazy energy of, so you can get energized that way, but it's gonna wear you out. So let's see what the runes have to say. Or maybe you're trying to reach an agreement with people, which is important, and it's worthy to be energized in trying to find a common ground and trying to find a way. But right now it's just like arguing. So this is good though. It's gonna happen. I can already see that it's I think ultimately everybody here wants to agree with each other, but there's important things that they need to lay on the table, and there's not enough room on the table, they think, but there is room on the table if they just lay them together. So I'm going to lay down the entire reading and go from there. As I said in the last one, the first reading I do just tends to set the shape of the readings I'm going to be doing for this particular session. So let's build it. See what our outcome rune is. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see what this is about. So yes, right now, central issue is Gebo. We have, Gebo is the rune of the gift. It has to do with an exchange. So there's clearly exchanges going on. It has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals, one-on-one relationships. But basically it's an exchange. The exchange is where your energy is right now. You're energized in this exchange, and you really want to make it work. You've been working on an endeavor up until this point. We have Rider, which is the rune of riding. It's a journey. So you've been on this journey up until this point, and you've reached this point where this exchange is happening. You are really amped up about it because you really care about your will in this, and so do the other 4 people in the picture. So it might not be 4 people for you, but it's just basically, it's like the rabbit's 5. So it's rare. So you and whoever else, you want to find common ground, but right now it looks like this. So what's going to help you is greet each other with joy, like face each other with joy. First of all, we have Manas, which is the rune of humanity and your part in it. You can get these in order. You can put this IKEA cabinet together. And I know you all do want to work this out. You really do. Right now, everybody's just like high emotion. And that's where the energy is coming in, but you really do want to work this out. So just, take a moment, take a deep breath, and we're going to just basically face each other with joy. And when you do that, people are going to sort of lower their sticks, and we're going to be like, all right, you know what? We want to work this out. We really do want to work this out. And this is going to lead to a greater focus. Basically a honing of focus. We have Kanas reversed. Kanas is the rune of the fire. It's the torch. It's something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze, but it's reversed on the upper line. And that's basically the honing of focus. So we're going to get that focus, but we're going to have to make the concession, if it feels like a concession, of like basically going, okay, we need to work this out. I know you want to work this out as much as I do. Let's go at it like that. Like with the facing each other with joy and saying, I know we can do this. I know we can find common ground. I know we can get this in order and arranged in a way that serves both of us. And that's where you're at right now, this exchange that's going on, and it's got you amped up. What is not going to help is we have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. It's patience, slow growth, and slow development. It's very difficult to get yourself to this point where you're going to be like, I'm going to be patient with the other person, and I'm going to hope that they're going to be patient with me. It's like this shortage of patience, and you're like, I don't think I've got that. I'm too excited about this. I'm too amped up. And beyond that is, if that's dragging you down, it's going to feel like it's never going to happen. So both of these things are going to drag you down. You're impatient and you feel like it's never going to work out. It's just not going to move. Nobody's going to move. We have Isa, which is ice. It's standstill. It's stillness. So you're worried that it's not moving it forward as fast as you'd like it to, and you're worried that it's just not going to move forward. It's just not going to work. It's going to be stuck, that you're stuck. You're worried you're stuck like this. You're not stuck like this. But it is going to take a bit of effort to take that breath and be the one to say, I'm going to face you in joy. I know we can work this out. And then the focus will come through. So your next step after that is you're going to be going much stronger with this. You will have better aligned these sticks, and so the rods, and you'll be much stronger going forward. You'll be much healthier going forward. You'll have all this energy and strength, but it'll be more grounded. This is how you ground that. So you're going to ground this energy, and it's going to be better. Not going to be quite as fiery, although still fiery in terms of the passion that all of you have for this. What is going to help you at that point is you will learn something about yourself that you didn't know before. This is something that you've always had. This is something about you that has always been there. But this process has brought this to the surface, and you have realized, wow, that's me. This is me too. This is something that is about me that I didn't realize I had. So this is really, really good. Very positive. What isn't going to help is we have Ingvaz in the lower line. So Ingvaz is Ing's rune. Ing's another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god. And this has to do with active creation, but it also has to do with trying to force things into a shape that they are not. And maybe one of the things that you were trying to force into a shape that it was not is you, because of the upper line rune where you're learning something about yourself that you didn't know. And maybe you're still wanting to be the you that you thought you were, when in fact you are that plus this. So if you try to cling to and force yourself to be something that you were, which to be honest was pretty argumentative in this moment. I mean, not saying that you're argumentative, but you get into an argument, you get ramped up and amped up and arr, and everything is crazy, and that's really not all of who you are. You are able and capable of this, and you know that you are. It's just to take that moment, in that moment of heat, and to say, no, you know what? I care about you. I'm going to face you with joy, and we're going to work this out. And this is what has led you to this realization about yourself. And incorporating that into you going forward is going to help you a lot more than throwing yourself back into where, no, I'm right, and if I'm right, that means you're wrong. Because in this, I think everybody's right in this. It's a battle of wills, but this can be aligned. So your next step is really you haven't, this is something that's sort of, you're working in a situation where things are out of your control to a certain extent. This is Hagalaz. It's the rune of the hailstorm. It's chaos. It's the uncontrolled uncontrollables. So it's you're very strong and you're sort of moving into this storm. But you're more comfortable with that now. Even because you've been through this, where you were in, this was kind of a storm already. So because you've been through this, you're feeling more comfortable when you move into this. You really are able to support yourself. We have Algiz, which is the rune of the elk, otherwise known as the moose. And it's basically you are able to stand up for yourself in these situations much better than you were able to before, because of this that you learned about who you are. And you know that you can basically walk into this storm and go, okay, you know what? I have my will. So do you. How do we make this work together? How do we harmonize that? It's still a storm, and it's going to be a bit, it's going to be a bit I'm in a storm. Things are out of my control. They're not entirely in my control, but you're strong. You are strong, and you feel that you can protect yourself and you can stand up for yourself in these situations. What isn't going to help is not trusting your spirit. We have Ivaz, which is the rune of the horse. It's reversed and it's on the lower line. So you're going to be like the spooked horse in the storm. There's going to be a temptation to do that because maybe you're not fully confident in this new strength that you have. If you let yourself get spooked like that, then that's going to drag you down. You're not going to have as good a time in the storm. But if you remember the strength that you have gained and the things you've learned about yourself through this process, you're going to be able to stand up in that storm, and you're going to be like, even though things are not fully in my control, I'm okay with this because I can take care of myself. And what this is going to lead you to is a greater trust of your inner voice. We have Ansu's reversed. Ansu's is the rune of communication and manifestation. And you're going to feel a lot more confident in trusting that inner voice going forward than before. And that's really, really good. So that card number 3, people, is your energy reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 4, people. So let's see where you're energized right now. You are energized, in love. You are energized in love. Or you are energized in a love vibration way, where you are just really high vibration at this point, where you're just like, you're able to manifest things, and it's just this wonderful feeling of, in harmony with the universe, and just with that, because it could be you with something else. So there is love involved. Love is where you're energized. Very exciting. Let's see what the runes have to add. So let's get some runes from the maple runes. Oh, of course, Laguz. Beautiful. This is really looking lovely. I see lovely being used as an describer word. I almost said adverb, but it's not. It's more of an adjective, but it's got a ly. to mean with love. And when I was growing up, it just meant nice and pleasant. So that's interesting. I don't know, it probably meant with love even then. But, the way we interpret things. This is the pattern while I'm laying out the runes in the shape that I know that we need to put them. So let's do one more here. Okay. There's the blank rune again. That blank rune has shown up a few times. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. You with the love energy. Love energy. High vibe. Love energy. Creative energy of the universe. So, love, and then we have the heart right here. This is Laguz, it's the rune of the lake. It has to do with emotion, intuition, and heart. And so you're right up there with that. It's like your whole focus is love, love, love. Right now, it's just love. Whether it's love of another person or just love. It's love is your focus. Love, emotion, intuition, and heart. Very strong heart. Your heart is where you're energized right now. Leading up to that, okay, this is where I'm thinking, for a lot of you, it probably is a one-on-one relationship, because this is Gabo. It's the rune of the gift. It always has to do with an exchange. Sometimes it's agreements, decisions, and goals. So maybe you've made a really good decision lately. Maybe you've set a goal lately with yourself. So that's where the love is coming from. But I think a lot of you are it's going to be like a one-on-one relationship that has like just made your heart be super, super filled with love energy. What is going to help you? First of all, don't listen to what the din of humanity are saying. We have Manas reversed. Manas is the rune of humanity and your part in it. It's reversed and it's on the upper line. So it's just basically you're going to tune out the din. Who cares what other people think? You are filled with love. And so that's where your energy is right now. So just don't let other people drag that down. Just basically shut the door on them. It's like, thank you for your guidance, but I'm going to follow this my own way. And by tuning out that din, you are going to be much stronger. Your strength is going to come through. Your inherent strength is going to come through. Your health is going to come through. And just this solidness, this grounded solidness is going to come through about this. And so you're going to be like not only with a heart full of love energy, but also just grounded and solid. But you do have to shut the door on those who would nitpick. So what isn't helping you is exactly the opposite. So if you are leaving yourself too open and you're letting people, basically give you these, oh yeah, but how about this? Did you know this? This has always been the case, this here. So we have Kanas, which is the rune of expansion. It's fire. So something starts small, like a ember and goes into a blaze. So I guess that could be like rumors, or just basically being open, just opening up to all this, and then opening up to the things that people are going to spring on you. Like, oh, did you know this person in grade 7 ate a bug? You know, it's just like all these things, like things that are always there, things that are already there, but you don't need to know that. It's just like, why? Because they're being poops. So, you know, try not to be open to that. Like, just like say, you know what, the hater's gonna hate, and just like, go on with that, and that's gonna happen. Don't let it drag you down. Tune them out, and just let the strength of that you're getting from all this good love energy just flow through, because this is going to be, you're very heart focused right now. What your next step is going to be is just, this is going to be a harvest time for you. We have the harvest rune, which with Yira, it's going to be this beautiful season of just like things manifesting, like as you put out your hand and I want a rose, and a rose will appear in your hand, you know, that kind of thing. It's just like this beautiful harvest time that is coming from this, and you're going to feel very, very supported, and that's what's helping you, is just this feeling of support around you. And it's not even just internal, because it's upright. We have the algaes, which is the rune of the elk, otherwise known as the moose. It's the moose of support and protection, and you're going to feel very supported at this time. And it's just this beautiful period of time that this heart being full of love energy is going to bring you to on your next step. It's just like things are going to be coming up. Things are going to manifest really, really quickly and easily with this energy, because this is the manifestation energy. This is like, if you, when you have, your heart is just filled with love energy, like, it's like anything can happen. Like, you can do anything. Like, things magically give themselves to you. Like, it's amazing. So what isn't going to help you is, we have Avaz. Avaz is the rune of the horse. The horse has to do with movement, but also spirit. I am going to read this a couple ways. First of all, you're going to be worried about moving too quickly, and you should be worried about moving too quickly. You're worried about moving too quickly. Maybe moving too quickly is going to be a problem. So try not to move too quickly. It's a valid worry. Just try not to go too fast. The other thing is doubting spirit. You're worried about your spirit in this, but I'm mostly seeing this as the movement element of it. It's like, moving too quickly is going to be a problem. Just like, let yourself be in this moment and feeling supported and feeling this beautiful energy, and letting things come through. Try not to race through this. It's like the golden goose thing. Like, you don't rush the golden goose by cutting the golden goose open, because you're not going to get any more eggs that way. Just enjoy it. Just like, be there. Don't rush through it. Don't move too quickly through it, because this is a beautiful, beautiful period of time. Beautiful season. So your next step from that is joy. Still joy. This is such a lovely reading, and you've got so much energy for this. This season is just going to lead you to this deep, saturated joy. Vunyo, joy rune. What is going to help you is, I'm going to read this a couple ways. One, maybe there was a journey that you were on before that you are drawing to a close at this point. A gentle close. I'm seeing this as like the closing of a chapter and the moving into a new chapter. At the same time, I'm seeing this as, turn your journey inward. This is not always going to be outer. This is all outer. Well, this one's not, but it is, but it's not, as far as the reading of it. But at this point, just make sure that there's an internal component, like an internal mythical component happening with this joy as well. Sort of like, see to the mythic levels of this, because you will have this. Everybody has their own mythology. We build it as we grow and as we go on, and it's beautiful. So there's that. But yeah, mostly I'm seeing this as bringing to a close a period of your life that you had, a journey that you were on, because this is the joy is the marker of both the ending and the beginning. So it's like the ending of an old chapter, the beginning, so that you can begin a new chapter. What is not going to help you is fear of the unknown, basically. This is why I'm saying, like, it's a new chapter, because you're facing something new. You're facing something new at this point, so you're bringing the old chapter to a close, and you're going to be looking forward to a new chapter with joy. Doesn't this sound like a wedding? For some of you, this might be a wedding. Okay. Other ones of you, this might be a project. Other ones of you, this might be a setting or just an arrangement that you have brought yourself, that you've become into, that you just love, like a situation or a new life path or something that it could be love. Yes, there are going to be people for whom this is a person love. This is a personal, interpersonal love, love and marriage and things like that. For others, it could be other things that involve great amounts of love, for sure. I would be remiss to mention those. I would be remiss to not mention those as well. So, the fear of the unknown is really the only thing that can drag you down at that point. The joy is going to carry you, and just basically having an awareness of your inner mythos and your inner mythic path and what you're drawing to a close and starting a new chapter with. And the outcome of that is a beautiful long path ahead of you. So we have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. It has to do with patience, slow growth, slow development, step by step. Blum says the results may not be immediate, but they are certain. But I don't actually see this as a result thing. I see this as every step on the path is something to celebrate. I see this as the journey forward is the joy continuing. The journey forward is the joy continuing. So that's where this energy is coming from and leading to, and that's very exciting. Card number 4, people. What a beautiful reading. How exciting for you. I'm excited for you. So I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.